Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson Dolynny, ready to get you set for tonight's matchup between our Edmonton Oilers and the Colorado Avalanche. An 8 o'clock start on a Wednesday night game. Oh, I miss my sleep. I really do. But that said, you know what? Realistically, it could be worse, right? It could be an 8:30 start like we had twice last week. So let's not kid ourselves. It could be worse. That said, guys, it's going to be a matchup against the Colorado Avalanche. A very good matchup because we get another chance here to try and stop Cale Makar, because that's what I'm looking for. Every single game we play against Colorado, I'm excited by what Cale Makar does, because if you don't know, I once did interview Cale Makar back at the World Junior A Championship in Bonnyville in 2016. What a blast that was, and what a privilege it was to be there, and what a privilege it was to meet Cale Makar, who back then was projected to be a high second-round pick, nothing special, really talented kid in Junior A. And now all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, he's your odds-on favorite for the Calder Trophy this season. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. My story aside, let's get to it. I've already wasted enough time. If you're new to the channel, what I want you to do is subscribe so as you can stay up to date with the Oilers, not the Colorado Avalanche and Cale Makar. The Oilers, I will occasionally throw you a Cale Makar update though, because it just is what it is. Anyway, goal is 7,500 subs by the end of the year, so that we're closing in on like 143 to 7,500 at this point. So if you're new to the channel or returning and haven't hit that button yet, mean the world to me if you did. So now I've kind of put up the paywall in front of the lines. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Michaels leading us off with the facts tonight. The Oilers are 7-2-1 in their last 10 meetings with the Colorado Avalanche. That, well, you know what, to a degree should be surprising. Also to a degree is not that shocking. But I guess considering where Colorado's been, where we've been, it's a little bit of an anomaly. And especially given that Jack Michaels follows it up with that November 14th meeting. That was only roughly 2 weeks ago, in which Connor McDavid had 6 points, absolutely lit the Colorado Avalanche on fire. That was when Connor McDavid started ramping up this point streak, by the way. And, well, big time game right there for Connor McDavid, and a 6-2 win for the Edmonton Oilers. And now, here you go. Before I get to those lines, you just ponder on those lines a moment, because what I need to tell you, entering play tonight, the Edmonton Oilers are still the best team in the Western Conference. Now, if, well, hold on, NHL games, let me double check to see St. Louis is playing or not playing, and then we'll be able to discuss what is at stake right now, as I do not see a St. Louis Blues logo anywhere in here. So St. Louis, oh yes, there they are, 5 o'clock against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So if you're interested in the playoff standings and the Western Conference standings, like I am, at only game number 27 of the NHL season, you may want to watch what happens early tonight against the St. Louis Blues. That game's already underway by the time you're watching this video, but I'm recording it at 4:55 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so put the asterisk right there for you. That's the game to watch tonight. Of course, the division is also to watch, but 35 points for the Oilers, 34 for the Blues. If the Oilers can win tonight and the Blues lose, that is 3-point separation in the standings for the top of the Western Conference. Dang, that sounds good. All right, the lineup in Denver tonight. Yes, apparently Gene Principe is back. He was tweeting live from Denver with, is it Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets? I'm terrible with my Canadian Stars in basketball. Forgive me there. Draisaitl, McDavid, Kazi in your top line tonight. Chiasson, Gagner, Neal have earned a second game together. They looked, I mean, somebody in the stream did say it, they looked a little discombobulated to start the game, but then, guys, like, second best line or best line all night, driving possession. That's the thing. This Oilers team has this weird thing of driving possession in the offensive zone, not necessarily dominating the offensive zone with shots like the top line does. The bottom three lines can drive possession, just can't drive shots and stuff and goals. But hey, they did it. They scored a goal last game against, well, the Arizona Coyotes, so that was good to see. Sam Gagner, Alex Chiasson, James Neal reignited, trying to do it again. The big news, Jujhar Khaira back in the lineup tonight for our Edmonton Oilers. He'll be along with Sheehan, Archibald. Well, that's a good line, recipe for success, and especially if you can get them out there against the top stars of the Colorado Avalanche and drive possession in the offensive zone, wear them down a bit, make them play tough minutes. That's good. It's good because that allows Connor McDavid, Draisaitl, and Zach Kassian to play some easy minutes, and that's what we like to see out of our top line. If they're going to play 22 plus minutes a night, I want to see them playing easy minutes, not all in their zone all the time. Now Granlund, Haas, Russell, love this. Love this. The problem is, why isn't Joakim Nygard in the lineup? Well, you have to get Jujhar Khaira back in, and of course, Granlund's been hot, so that's what I'm assuming. I haven't seen any injury news on Mr. Joakim Nygard, so I'm hoping I didn't miss anything. Let me just double check with a Twitter search of his name, because I could be missing something here. Nothing there. As the latest on Joakim Nygard on Twitter is, well, you know what? November 24th, so we don't have to worry too much going on there. So there we go. So the D pairings, this is what we need to get to next, is the fact that Nurse Bear stays together. I like to see that. We haven't seen Nurse Larson, thank goodness. Thank goodness. The rookie stepped up and saved us from true catastrophe. I like it. And then you've got Clefbaum and Jones, and then Russell and Larson. So a steady third pair. Realistically, guys, for the past few games, this is the way it needs to be. This is how steady the lines can look. And this is interesting for the Oilers, because truly, you know what, the argument is being made, Clefbaum's a number one defenseman, but you can't argue that Jones is a solid number two, or Larson is a number two bona fide guy that solidifies a top pairing or anything like that. You know what, it's too soon on Larson's season to say that, right? We didn't start saying Clefbaum was a number one defenseman until early last week. So cool the Jets. I know it's not hate on Larson. I just want to see more. So we'll come back, revisit that a little bit later. But what this essentially is a 2A, 2B, 2C pairing. Right? This is a second pairing. We got 3 second pairings that are just equally as good. And that's a weird thing, right? I don't want to start sitting here and saying Ethan Bear's a number one defenseman, or Ethan Bear's a top defenseman. I don't want to say that about Darnell Nurse. I don't want to say that truly about Oscar Clefbaum playing with Caleb Jones, right? Maybe Oscar Clefbaum playing with Ethan Bear might be a true number one pairing for us at this point, or the closest dang thing we can get to it. And Clearus Russell and Adam Larson definitely isn't a top pairing of defensemen. So 2A, BBC, or ABC, BBC, news acronyms in my head here. Now I can't even say words, and I don't know where I'm going with this. However, what we need to get to, simple as this. Mikko Koskinen starts in net, gets the nod, and hopefully will get the win tonight against the Colorado Avalanche. Now, from everything I've heard, Mikko Rantanen is either back or will be back for this game. Maybe, again, like I said, I should go visit the Avalanche Twitter handle and then see what's going on here. Colorado Avalanche, at Avalanche. Who's in? See you tonight. Okay. And very glad to have healthy goalies. So they're going to have healthy goalies for tonight. All right. That's all right. And Callie Rosen in burgundy and blue for the first time tonight. So that's what you need to know. That's weird. And what else is there? Projected lineup. Burakovsky, McKinnon, Donskoy. Okay. Jost, however you say it. Kadri, Comfer, Nieto, Belmar, Nichushkin, Tinanen, Kamenev, and O'Connor. So no Rantanen tonight. No Landeskog tonight either. Big thumbs up for me. That's a big one for us. So, you know what? Realistically, for the Oilers, I think, you know what? I don't care if the goalies for the Colorado Avalanche are healthy or not. The big key here is just the same sort of mentality we had against Vegas, right? Honestly, I think for the next 56 games, that's what I'm going to be telling you we need. 57 if you count the other night. Because that is 100% the way you win hockey. If they're going to challenge you, don't back down, right? That's what we did. I mean, sure, Vegas threw 46 hits. Our season average, according to that Sportsnet graphic that showed during the Vegas game, is 21 point something. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that game we had 36 hits. So that was not backing away from the physicality, and sometimes, especially late in the season and into the playoffs, you can't do that, and it was a good sign to see. So that's number one. Like I said, If the team's going to challenge you, you got to step up to the challenge. Now, granted, it's not necessarily always going to be a physical challenge in the regular season, but whatever the challenge comes, right? If they're getting stellar goaltending, our goalies have to step up. If there's sticks in the lanes, our sticks in the lanes have to step up. If Connor McDavid's scoring goals, well, everybody else has to pull the line too and score some goals, because we can't rely just on Connor McDavid, right? It's all part and parcel of everybody's got to do their part to be better than the opposition every single game. And that's what happened in Vegas. So I want to see it happen every single game from here on out. I know it's a weird kind of concept that the Oilers can play playoff style hockey and win. Well, guys, if we do that for 56 more games, we're going to be just dandy in those standings. Because right now, if you're unaware, the magic number for the Edmonton Oilers to make the playoffs, in my mind, the estimate I've used all season long is 94 points. There are, technically speaking, 6 months of hockey and change. So cut it down to just 6 months. Forget about the games in April. You have a total of 15.667 points to earn per month. The Oilers, with tonight and Saturday against Vancouver, have a potential to earn 39 points through October, November. Now, 15.66 times 2 is a whopping 32 points if you round up. While 39 minus 32 is the fact that we're 7 points over the pace for playoffs, possibly by the end of Saturday night. But that starts tonight by getting the 2 points with the lineup we have out there and going to work, shutting down the Colorado Avalanche, doing our best, playing the style we know we can play, and executing it well. Guys, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. I will catch you, as always, in the next one.